All right, shalom, shalom. Out here once again. This time, during lunch break, the work during the work, out here on this lunch break, just to prophesy to this place, to wake up your Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. I'm out here sweet, man. The Lord is coming soon. I just want to get into, wisdom and knowledge. That's gonna be the stability of thy times, man. We're coming into some hectic times, man. Coming to what the scriptures call the time of Jacob's trouble. Also the hour of temptation. Meaning this man is going to push RFID technology on every person on the planet. Kind of like what he did with what do they call the jabs, man, from COVID. Certain freedoms and liberties that were taken away from you if you didn't have that jab, that vaccine. Now it's pretty much a test run. But no, it's going to come really stronger. It's going to be an actual microchip they want to implant in you. You're not going to be able to buy anything or sell anything. So, time to Jacob's trouble is coming. It's going to be like a collapse in the financial system to where all the money's going to be digital or whatnot. So we say you can't buy anything or sell anything unless you have that mark. So the money system is going to be controlled. It's going to be separate. It's going to be a whole reset in time, man. A reset in this whole structure. So now it's time to get this knowledge and this wisdom while you still can, man. So say that's going to be, the stability of thy time. And that wisdom is going to be the principal thing out here. And first and foremost, I give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kadash, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops, great millstone, peace, salutations to hopeful elect across the planet Earth, pushing this truth, the sincerity, and the truth. But yeah, just want to get into, this wisdom, man. This wisdom is going to be the stability of thy times in these end days, man. And only the ones that fear Yahweh Yahushai, are going to receive this understanding, this knowledge, man. And two-thirds of our people that have the zeal for the Lord, they really don't fear the Lord. They're into idol worship, they're into prosperity doctrine, they're into wanting to save everybody. But it's Proverbs 1:7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. But fools despise wisdom and instruction. Yeah, fools despise wisdom and instruction. That's what it's saying. Two-thirds of our fools out here, man. They don't understand the times that they're living in, man. And despise the instructions and tell them, hey, to get right, come back to your nationality, come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. You can't keep it 100 perfectly, but stop, shaving your beard, stop doing this, stop eating pork and whatnot. People don't want to hear that. They're offended by it, right? So they really don't have that fear. The Lord didn't put the fear in them, man. It's like the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. It's the beginning of knowledge, man. So first thing you need to do, you got to fear Yahweh Yahushai, because He's the controller of all things, man. Whether it be good, whether it be bad, look at that. Yeah, Amos 3:6. Amos 3:6. Shall a trumpet be blown in a city, and the people be not afraid. Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? Yeah, shall there be evil done in the city, and the Lord have not done it? Right? That's part of the secret places that have given us the prophets, the secret knowledge, mysteries of this book given to the prophets. The Lord is responsible for the good and the light. The good and the evil, the light and the dark. Shall there be evil done in the city, and the Lord have not done it? So there's a great evil that's coming to this city, this great city. Known as Babylon the Great. There's a great evil that's coming to this place, man. The Lord is behind you. Ultimately, he's the one that you should be fearing out here. You're not Esau, man. Not your woman, you know, not your job. For your how about you know, God, he's in control of all things, man. Isaiah 45:7. Take that one real quick. I'll start at 6. See, Isaiah 45:6. That they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west that there is none beside me. I'm Lord, and there is none else. Start 5. I am the Lord Yahweh Hashem Shai, and there is none else. There is no God beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me. Yeah, people have not known the Lord, man. People are Sodom's children. They have not known the Lord, man. Therefore, of course, they're not going to fear him. And when you tell them about him, they don't care. You know, they don't want to know the Lord. I am the Lord. There's no one else. There's no God besides me. It is idol worship, man. All these other gods that they want to worship, man. Some people are heavy into that. Especially, you know, Latino, man. Anything and everything under the sun out here, man. I girded thee, thou hast not known me. Yeah, it's not his children, man. That they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west, there is none beside me. I am the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Shai, and there is none else. There's no one power out here, man. So he's the one that you fear. He's the one that you listen to, man. So his prophets are out there. He's speaking through his prophets. He's telling you, come back to your nationality, man. Come back to who you are. Come back to your heritage, your history. More importantly, come back to your laws, your statutes and commandments, man. And do his instruction and preach his word. Come out here and teach his people once you understand the truth, man. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. The Lord makes the peace and he creates the evil. Right? He's the one that you should fear. Yahweh Shai. Who you are out here don't fear that, man. They know the name, but they refuse to push the name. So offer some money to push falsehoods and they take it. Zero fear how about Yahweh Shai at all, man. The Lord's gonna get them, man. You need to know that name, or people need to know that name to pray to, man. Who else are you gonna pray to at that time? You know, you need that help. It's that help. You're gonna need the help. You're gonna need that help out here, man. So who you gotta pray to, man? Right? Christ, the Yahweh, all these false names. As I found the light, I create darkness. I make peace and create evil. The Lord's been creating evil, man. The Lord's putting the minds, you know, of all these ancient, you know, these Greek Romans, you know, Antiochus Epiphanes, all these guys, Nero, Trump, you know. He's putting in the minds for all these guys to come back to do what they do. Especially when they come like a madman, sparing none to the tribes, man. The Lord's putting it in, and he's getting that revenge. The Lord's got to put that one last ass kicking on you tribes, man. Because I form the light, I create darkness, I make peace, and I create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. I, the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Shai, does all these things, man. So who should you be fearing out here, man? Who's the one that you should be fearing, man? That's why most people out here ain't got no knowledge, because you don't fear the Lord. The fear of Yahweh Hashem Shai is not you. Because you don't know the Lord. Like you just said, they have not known me. Jeremiah 4:22. Jeremiah 4:22, for my people is foolish. They have not known me, right? They are sottish children, man. They have none understanding. People have no understanding. Mostly because they don't fear the Lord. Wisdom is going to dwell with them that have no guile within them, man. People are full of guile, man. But people are foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, man. They have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. People are very wise to do evil, man. They don't want to commit a scam. A lot of people want to scam, you know. Jake will scam the hell out of another Jake, man. Perfecting the scams, man. How to kill another Jake, you know. Perfect that. Just proficient and just breaking the law and all that, man. Wise are people, it says, they are wise to do evil. That's why the Lord's going to destroy them, right? But to do good, they have no knowledge, man. How do you do good, man? First you pray in the name, man. You accept the name. How about you guys? You understand? And the name goes back to the evil, the true names of our Lord, man. And you push those names, man. That's how you do good. You follow the law, statutes, and commandments with the best of your ability, right? What tells you don't commit adultery, don't commit adultery. There are laws that you can keep. We're saying not to eat pork no more, man. You're not supposed to eat pork. Come to the truth, we're not supposed to eat pork. It destroys your body, right? Don't commit adultery, man. Grow your beard. Stuff like that, man. Observe the Sabbath, man. The Sabbath's coming around. You know? But to the good, they have no knowledge. They don't care. They don't care. But some of our people do understand it. They refuse to do it anyway for some money. But they do it for that filthy lucre's sake, man. They push wayward doctrines on our people, you know? Push false doctrines, lies, you know? False names. They'll be in control because Esau's the one that they fear. When that chip comes around, they're going to tell you, hey, you got to take that chip. They're the one that they fear Esau, man. That's fine, man. The Lord's going to destroy it, man. There's like camps, little groups out here, man. Our people is foolish. They don't know me, they're sottish children, man. That word sottish, it's a call in Hebrew. It's a fool. Basically, a fool. Stupid, man. It's silly. Yep, silly. People are extremely silly and childish. I was going to say, I was a child, I spoke as a child. When I became an adult, you know, I became a man when I became an adult. And you come into this knowledge and this word, man, you put off from childish ways, man. Speak as a man out here, man. Carry yourself as a man. But when you come into this truth, man. Two-thirds of our people, especially the men, they don't want to do that, man. They want to remain silly. They want to remain in the ways of the world, man. Basically, they want to be black, African American. You know, they want to be FBAs now, man. It's all silliness, man. The Lord ain't coming to deliver a foundational black American, man. The Lord ain't coming to deliver no African American. Black man, you know? Sometimes, you know, you have to say certain things, you know, just, you know, to fit into society, certain things, you know. But in your mind, you know, you have to know who you are as an Israelite. You fill out certain forms, it's going to say black, you know, mandatory forms, whatever. In your mind, you know, hey, I'm an Israelite, tribe of Judah. That's what the Lord's looking for. 144,000, 12,000 out of each tribe, man. 12,000 Judah, 12,000 the tribe of Benjamin, 12,000 out of the tribe of Levi, Simeon, on down, man. Manasseh, Gadites, Reuben, man. That's what the Lord's looking for. He's not looking for a Native American. Right? He's not looking for a Mexican, man. He's looking for Israelite, man. Your original biblical names, man. Your biblical nationalities, man. That's how you become a man. You come back to who you are, man. Who the Lord created you to be. Two-thirds of our people don't want to do that, right? Yeah, my people is foolish. They have not known me. They don't know the Lord, man. They don't know the Lord creates evil and the dark, man. And the light and the good. Responsible for both sides, man. The Lord controls it, man. So who should you be fearing? You know, the Lord controls both sides of everything. Who's the one you should be fearing out here? Right? Yeah, it's Matthew 10:28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell, man. In death, man. The father of spirits. That's the one you fear out of, man. Not no damn Esau, man. He just kill the body. There really is no such thing as death, man. It's just a transition. So who you fear, man? You fear the one that creates the spirit. You know? It says right here, and fear not them which kill the body. So come to that time when Esau's going to be doing a lot of killing, man. The Lord's going to put the spirit on Esau to do a lot of killing. Scripture say he's going to be like a madman, sparing none out there, man. Right? But don't fear that, man. The Lord is the guide of them that keep his commandments, that love him, man. It says, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. And they can't kill your spirit, man. But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell, man, in death. When you die, your spirit goes back to the spirit world. Lord controls all that, man. Lord controls what goes on in the heavens. He controls what's going on down here on earth, man. He created it. Yahweh Shai, man. He created all this. So that's what you're supposed to be fearing, man. But you want to, fear Esau, man. Take his money. Okay, we'll see, man. Let's get that real quick. It's a lot. Colossians 1:14, in whom we have redemption through his blood and the forgiveness of sins. Yeah, that's the main thing that should be on your mind. Forgiveness and mercy, man. Praying to Yahweh Shai for forgiveness and mercy, man, in these last days, right? That's why he went up on the cross, man. That's how you're able to get this knowledge, man. You know, and pray that you endure to the end with this knowledge, with this wisdom, man. Wisdom and knowledge of thy times, man, the understanding of the scripture, understanding of this book. Pray that you endure to the end, man. Don't fall out. Make the Lord a little shame out here, man. So you ain't gonna go back on that cross. You gotta hold on tightly to this wisdom and this truth that you was given, right? In whom we have redemption through his blood, even the forgiveness of sins, who is the image of the invisible power, the firstborn of every creature, every image of the invisible power. You know, he looks just like his father. Two separate spirits. The Father, Yahweh, and the Son, Yahweh Shai. Only begotten Son, only first spirit ever created. Yahweh Shai, man. He looks just like his father. Dark skin, woolly hair. Looks like a so-called black man out here, man. That's another thing. A lot of people don't want to accept that image. You know? Latinos, hell, even Negroes, man. They don't want to accept, the black Christ, so to speak, man. That's okay, man. The Lord is only looking for his elect, right? Whom is the image of the invisible power, the firstborn of every creature, firstborn, man, Yahweh Shai, the first creature that the first spirit that Yahweh ever created, man. So yes, we're to worship Yahweh Shai, man. We have to worship Yahweh Shai. For by him were all things created. For by him were all things were created by Yahweh Shai. Alright? Who should you fear? For by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by him, man, for him. All things were created by Yahweh Shai, for Yahweh Shai, man. That seems like you're the one you should fear, man. But you want to fear Esau, man. Fear the one that killed the body. Fear none of those things, man. The Lord's going to bring upon you, all right? Because we're all going to be tested, man. We're all going to have to deal with something out here. Well, you're dealing with it now. The Lord's giving you examples, you know? The Lord's giving you spiritual examples as experience, you know? Building up your faith out here. It says, for him were all things created that are in heaven and that are on earth. I know Paul, when he died, he went up in the spirit world, man. He got stoned up in the spirit world. He couldn't put into words things that he was seeing up there in the spirit world, man. All these other different planets out here, man. It was unlawful for him to put into words. I mean, he was seeing something he couldn't even describe. There's no words to describe the things that the Apostle Paul was seeing when he went up in the spirit world, right? And created by Yahweh Shai, and all things here on the planet Earth, man. All you people out here. Then he had to deal with his own people rejecting him. Come on, let his blood be upon us and our children, man. You was your creator. That's why 2/3 of our people are going to get it, man. We'll see people are back here today in the reincarnation, man. The ones that are talking about let his blood be upon us and our children. It is going to be upon you, you know. When you come back in that regeneration, which you're back here today. We're living in the time of the Acts all over again, man. We're living in those times all over again. Everything's reincarnated. The prophets are back. You know, ancient kings are back. Nero is back, right? Yeah, you know, you get your blood shed these last times, man. One last butt whipping that the Lord's going to put on our people until he makes us all right. You know? That's under that second covenant. Put the law on our inward parts. Second covenant, right? That's the little conflict. So we never go on. Sucks going on. The election, you know, they have that humble and contrite spirit, man. Sincerely sorry for the things that they've done, the things that they're doing, or you know, they're in this fleshly body, man. Chains of darkness. They're gonna go off from time to time, man. The elect, man. Hopeful elect, you know, they have that humble, contrite spirit, man. It says, for by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are on earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones, dominions, principalities, man. The Lord controls these demons out here. Demons bow down to Yahweh Shai. And the left-hand angels and the right-hand angels. You got some more people that want to be, you know, they want to worship that left-hand angel energy. Involved in witchcraft, witch covens, zodiacs, you know, do a heavy all into that, man. Demons are, you know, lying to you, man. I watched one video of the creator of the Ouija board. She was a witch. Basically on her deathbed, she said, don't listen to that Ouija board, because it lies to you. The witch that created the Ouija board. It was her or her husband. They were on their deathbed. They said, hey, don't listen to that board. Demons, you know, it's a portal. Summons up demons, man. But it lies to you. The lying spirit. Principalities says, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers, all things are created by him and for him. Man. All things are created by him and for him. So like we just read in Matthew, we need to fear out there. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. That's the one you fear. Back in Matthew 10 and 28. And fear not them which kill the body, or are not able to kill the soul. Man, they can't kill your soul, man. Yahweh means the Father of all spirits, man. Yahweh Shai created all spirits out here, man. But rather fear him, which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell, man. He will destroy your soul, man. The one that gives you judgment when you go up. So when you die, the spirit goes up to the Heavenly Father, man. Now watch me outside, you stand before him, man. You can account of all things that you did, whether it's good or bad. When the judgment is set, you know, he gives you your judgment. You come back to the planet Earth, you have to play out that judgment. You know? Whether you get hit by a truck at age 4, whether you drown in a lake, whether you end up on Epstein Island, you know. That's judgment from the Heavenly Father. See, that's what you fear, ultimately. He's the one that controls all things. Yeah, let's get back to Proverbs. Who should you be fearing out here? Who, you know, wisdom and understanding, like given to the prophets, man. The ones that fear Yahweh Shai. Slot. Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he reveals his secret unto his servants, the prophets. So his prophets, man, the ones that fear the Lord are going to receive the wisdom, the knowledge, and understanding. The wisdom and understanding is going to be the stability of our times. Part of that instruction was to come out to these highways and these byways, man. And push his word. Jump down verse 20. Wisdom cries without. She utters her voice in the streets. That's why you see the men of the Lord out here in the street corners, man. All throughout Babylon, all throughout the world. That's where you're going to get the wisdom. You know, you're not going to get the wisdom on Trinity Broadcast Network. You know, T.D. Jakes, he doesn't have the true wisdom, man. He doesn't have the understanding. You know, Creflo Dollar Bill, he doesn't have the understanding, man. The wisdom. Wisdom is out here on these streets, man. We're not going to push wisdom mainstream. That's why Lord created that internet, man. That's why certain guys' channels get taken down. Too many dudes, you know, too much knowledge. They shut down that channel. And then another channel pops right back up. That's why Lord created the internet. So that the wisdom and the knowledge can spread across the whole planet Earth. Right? And once that knowledge is spread, then shall the end come, man. Once this knowledge is pushed on all nations, for the Lord's sake, that's when the end will come. And that's exactly what has happened. So we're at the end right now. Christ in the chief place of concourse, the openings of the gates, utter the word saying, yeah, chief place of concourse, out here in these busy streets, where people are conducting business, modern day agora, you know? People are out here conducting business. That's where you're gonna get the word, not in them churches, man, not in the buildings made with hands, out here on the streets. Cry from the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. And the city should utter the word saying, how long? Prepare for them horns, man. Prepare for that. Them sirens going on. A whole lot more. Them sirens going on. This thing really goes down. Time of Jacob's trouble. But it says, how long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? That's our people are simple. We just read it in Jeremiah. Our people are extremely silent. Right? They love being simple. Right? The Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. The only people the Lord is dealing with. Those are the true Israelites out there. How long, the simple ones, will you love simplicity? And scorners delight and they scorn it. And fools hate knowledge. Our people hate knowledge. Fools, just read in Jeremiah. Greek fools, none understand it. That's why you don't feel sorry for them. When that judgment truly comes down, man. You don't feel sorry for these people. You lift up prayer for these people. They get chance after chance, warning, and they still refuse. The hand of mercy is still open. Our people don't want to deal with it. So that's fine. Okay? How long? Well, till the missiles drop. That's how long. Nuclear missiles touch down. That's when they're going to come. That's when they're going to understand. That's when they're going to realize. But by then, it's going to be too late. How long, simple ones, will you love simplicity? The scorners delight in their scornings. Our people delight in their scorning. They're offended. They're offended in His word. They're offended in His truth. They're offended in Yahushua. So they want to scorn, scoff. Right? That's fine, man. We'll continue scoffing and scorning until Yahushua lets loose that destruction, man. Turn you up my reproof. Behold, I'll pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Lord's making known His words unto you right now. His prophets. The ones that He revealed the mysteries to. The ones that fear Yahushua, man. Right? He's making known His words unto you now. Because I called, and you refused. I stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. No man regarded, man. The calling is out. The church is out. Calling you. But you refuse to call you. That's okay. Because I called and you refused. I stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and none my reproof. Yeah, you read that in the NLT, it says you ignored my advice. In the NLT, in Proverbs 1 and 25, you ignored my advice and rejected the correction I offered. You rejected the correction and you ignored His advice. He was going to destroy you. You know? I also, back in KJV, I also will laugh at your calamity and mock and your fear covered. Lord said He's going to mock. It's like they're mocking the prophets now. Lord's going to mock you for his prophets. When your calamity cometh, man. When your destruction cometh. Whatever fear, that fear is coming, man. But you don't want to fear the Lord, it's going to put holy hell on you. Right? Lord will create the Lord creates something just right. Lord creates your spirit. He knows what you fear the most. He knows exactly what you fear. That's what he's going to bring upon you. Right? You refused Lord, man. You refused correction. So the Lord's going to laugh. Just like you're laughing at the prophets now, you're laughing at the truth now. Right? You see this as entertainment. Only time a crowd comes up, when the demons come up, it cause havoc. That's the only time you're interested in the word. That's okay, man. The Lord's going to laugh when your calamity cometh, when your fear cometh. That's desolation, man. It's like it's about to say, when your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. Your destruction's going to come as a whirlwind, man. A tornado, that's how bad it's going to be out here, man. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, that's when you're going to call upon the Lord. When you're in stress, you're in anguish. You know? Stress and anguish is coming, man. Right? Time of Jacob's trouble, man. There's going to be a whole lot of stress. There's stress now. Right here in the valley, man, there's been an uptick in burglaries. People have been busting people's houses. That's going to be on a wide scale, man. We're going to break up into your house. Your neighbor's going to bust up into your houses. For the what? For the lack of bread. There's going to be famine out here. It's up out here in California. There's an uptick in robberies in different houses. Oh, well, put a video on it, man. Bring out some of them articles. Because that's just that's a little taste of what's coming. It's a taste of what's coming, man. Little burglaries, man. Your neighbors come up in your house, taking your food. It says, verse 28, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. Yeah, when your anguish, when your distress, and your anguish cometh upon you, then shall you call upon me, but I will not answer. Nope, the Lord ain't going to answer you that day, man. How's he not going to answer you? He's going to take his prophets off in the street corners, man. It's going to be a famine of the word. Amos 8:11. Behold, the days cometh, saith the Lord power. I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. That's how the Lord's going to take away, his truth from you. Now you're not going to be able to find the Lord. It's that famine of the word. There also is going to be an actual famine of bread. This is talking about the famine of the word, a famine of hearing the words. The prophets ain't going to be on the street corners no more. Not going to be able to watch some videos on YouTube. You're not going to be able to know the name. That day you're going to seek the name. You truly are going to seek the name. Because the pastors in the churches, they're not going to have the truth. T.D. Jakes, he's not going to have the truth. You don't have all the people in the congregation when you ask questions. They'll be like, what's going on, man? What's going on? You're not going to have no answers. So you're going to be seeking the prophets. The prophets ain't going to be around, man. It says, behold, the days come that the Lord power, that will send famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. They're going to seek, sea to sea. I mean, looking around, man. When you're looking around, they're going to be trying to find the prophets. The prophets ain't going to be out here, man. prophet's gonna be gone, man. They're gonna be protected. They're gonna be hid under the Lord, man. The shadow of the wing, and they're gonna be hidden in that day, man. The prophets of the Lord, man. I'll get that. But yeah, back in the Proverbs. Yeah, all these cops are around, man. There's all these upticks and these burglaries that are going on out here. All these cops, man. There's an uptick in police patrols now. But hey, you know, that's just on a small scale. What's coming, man. You're gonna be able to call the cops for help. You know, 911's gonna be looking for 911 that day. Man. But yeah, back in Proverbs. Proverbs 1:27. When your fear cometh as desolation, and destruction cometh as a whirlwind, and distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, and they shall not find me. Yeah, you're not going to be able to find the answers. The prophets are going to be on that out there, the ones that the Lord will see or reveal the mysteries to. You know, these prophets, the mysteries, the secrets. These prophets are not going to be out there. They're not going to be able to get the answers that you're looking for, right? They shall not find me. Yeah, it's like we read in Amos, and you wander from sea to sea, to and fro, looking, you know, for the word, for the truth. You're not going to be able to find it. You just have to deal with whatever you have to deal with. For they that hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. For those that hated knowledge did not choose to fear the Lord, man. Those ones, man. And that's 2/3 of our people, man. They hated knowledge, they chose not to fear the Lord. The Lord's gonna let them, you know, rot and die out here, man. It's good for them, man. Those are the same people that said, let his blood be upon us and our children. Those are the ones that said that, man. People that ignore the Lord, that hated the Lord, hated the truth, hated the prophets. You know, started all these riots, you know. Paul was out there at the time of the Acts, starting riots. Famine of the word hits, prophets are going to be good. You know, I'm thinking, Most High, the Lord's going to get them off the streets, and however they're going to be good. This is Lord will, the hopeful elect. This is Psalms 91. Psalms 91:1. Let's just go by. Yeah, you're not going to be able to call an ambulance in that day. In Psalms 91:1, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Yeah, the protection of the Almighty, man. This is the place where you hide at, man. There's truth, there's wisdom, there's understanding, man. Right? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. So who do you put your trust in? Their days, man. Put your trust in the government. People say, woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help. Right? You're trusting Cesare Borgia, calling on Jesus. You're trusting Jesus. You're trusting FEMA. and I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. The Lord is going to be the fortress, man. Protection, man. My power, in Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver me from the snare of the fowler. Yeah, the traps of Esau, man. All these traps. Back in Psalms 91:3. Surely He shall deliver me, or deliver thee, from the snare of the fowler, and from the noisome pestilence. What's that noisome pestilence? That end game, man, that nuclear destruction that's coming to this place, man. It's going to turn this place into a whole desert. The outcome of World War III. Right? And from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His trust shall be thy shield and buckler. Yeah, cover thee with His feathers, man. Chariots, man. This place called UFOs. So the Lord's going to deliver His people, man. In chariots. How else are you going to get up out of here? Those that can hear, understand. Those that have eyes to see, ears to hear. Chariots. But this place called UFOs, man. What you saw dubbed unidentified flying objects. Well, there are identified. Known as the chariots of Israel. That's how the angels operate those ships, right? He's gonna cover you, man. That's how you're gonna be delivered. Through them ships get beamed up. Beam me up, Scotties, they always say. Shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His trust shalt thou be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day. Yeah, man. There's deliverance, man. Helmet of salvation, man. We believe that you're going to be delivered from that arrow, the nuclear missiles that are going to touch down on this place, man. Yeah, to turn this place 200 million missiles, man. 200 million missiles are going to touch down, man. Making this place an entire desert, nuclear destruction, right? And you're not going to fear that. You know? You're going to be afraid, but you're going to put your trust in Yahweh Shai, man. Right? Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness. Pestilence that walketh in darkness, man. All these diseases. So you have the C-19 that crept up. Now here you have the measles, upticking these in measles, man. Whatever diseases that this man's going to bring back, Esau is going to bring back. Black plague, whatever, man. Pestilence that creepeth in. Hey, the Lord got you, man. The Lord's going to protect you from all that. For at least for the ones that want the protection. The ones that ask for that mercy, man. Nor the destruction that wasteth at noonday, destruction. 1,000 shall fall at thy right side, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, 10,000 at thy right. But it shall not come nigh thee. How it's not going to come near you? Because you're going to be in them chariots, man. 1,000 shall fall. You're in the chariots. So you'll be looking down. You can see 1,000 people wiped out on the one side. You see 10,000 people wiped out on the other side. But it's not going to come near you, man, because you're going to be protected, man. You're going to be in that ship, protected. That is salvation, all right? That's what it means to be saved out here. Delivered from that nuclear destruction that's coming. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Yeah. That's the blessing, to see the reward of the wicked. See the reward. See the reward of your enemies out here. because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, man. Yeah, you made the Lord your number one priority. You made him your protection. You put your trust in Yahweh Shai. Therefore, the Lord's going to deliver you. Because you pushed the name, and you stood so stiffly for that name. And Yahweh Shai, right? You stood so stiffly for it. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling, man. Neither shall no plague come near you, man. You're not gonna get sick out here. Lord wills, man. That's what, it is gonna happen to the elect, man, the hopeful elect. That's what it was written. This is our belief. But we're faith-based Israelites out here, man. Because strive under the truth of death. The Lord shall fight for you, man. Who else we got out here, man? Who else is going to fight for you? Nobody's going to fight for you. He shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in thy ways. Yeah, he's got angels over us, man. The angels are with you. Angels are there protecting you. Scripture say angels encamp around them that trust in him, man. It's a lot. Oh yeah, let me bring that one out. That one. Psalms 34:7. The angel of the Lord campeth round about them that fear him. There it goes. Angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. We just read it, Psalm 91. And delivereth them, man. True salvation, right? Back in Psalms 91 and 11. For he shall keep, or he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands. Thee shall dash thy foot against a stone. Angels are protection, man. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet, because he hath set his love upon me. Therefore I will deliver him. Right? Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him, man. The two-thirds of our people, they don't love the Lord, man. Ones that don't fear the Lord. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. That name is very important. You can't just say, call upon whatever. You can't just teach whatever, man. Yahweh, and the son's name is Yahweh Shai, man. Those are the names that you pray to, man, in the last days. Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. True people of God, true Israelites. Came out of Egypt. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name, man. The ones that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. Those are the ones that are going to get delivered out here. I say it every day, man. Put it on repeat. So that day comes, man. Until the elect is sealed up. Right? It's got to be soon. This word has been pushed. All nations. Word's been pushed across the planet Earth, man. So it's gotta be soon, man. No man knows the time of day, but it's gotta be soon. So he shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will answer you when you call upon him, call upon his true name, right? He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. And you want, hey man, you want the Lord to honor you, man. First spirit ever created, the one that created this, like we read in Colossians. First spirit ever created, right? Image of the invisible power, the one that created heaven and earth, all things in the earth, under the earth, visible, invisible, visible, principalities, powers, ones that are control, all that. You want that man to honor you. It says that's a high honor, man. The spirit that created heaven and earth honors you, man. You stood so stiffly for his name, man. There's no understanding to the Lord in this land. Man. He received his glory in the heavens, but he hasn't received his glory yet here on the planet Earth. He's going to receive his glory. Yahushua is going to receive his glory here on the planet Earth. He's going to honor you in that time, man. When he comes back. That's a beautiful accomplishment. It's a beautiful achievement. Man. Says, he shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. And that time of trouble is called the time of Jacob's trouble. You know, he's going to be with you in that time, man. That's what you want, right? I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. With long life, man, live forever. Through his salvation, man. It's satisfying, man. This ain't satisfaction. You're going to get no satisfaction here in Babylon the Great, America. It's in our rest. You're going to get no satisfaction, man. But it's going to satisfy you in the kingdom, man. So we say pleasures forevermore. No, in the kingdom of heaven. No death there. No crying there. Right? No sorrow there. Good. The streets actually going to be paved with gold. You'll be ruling the nations. Judging the nations, man. Dealing with the galaxy. Dealing with other planets. It's gonna be a beautiful day, man. That's when you're gonna get the satisfaction. You know, only satisfaction you get on this side is the truth and understanding of His word, man. To whom He gave the prophets, the wisdom. Look at that, man. I was home. I came across that in Proverbs, man. It's my favorite scriptures. There's one place, hey, proverb, because there's a cost to it, man. It's Ecclesiastes 1:18. For much knowledge is much grief. That's why a lot of people fall out, man. They can't endure. That's part of that bitter hits you, man. When you first come into the truth and you receive His knowledge, His understanding, it's like honey on your tongue, man. It's sweet as honey on the tongue, but as soon as it gets in the belly, it's bitter. Why? Right here. Because for much wisdom is much grief. That bitter hits you, man. You come to this truth. So a lot of people give it up. You go back in the world thinking they're going to get some satisfaction, you know? But they didn't have that helmet of salvation on, man. They didn't put on that whole armor. You got to look forward to salvation, man. You don't know that time and date. You got to look forward to these things, man. This is our hope. This is our hope. The prisoners of hope out here, man. It says, for much wisdom is much grief. And he that increases knowledge increases sorrow. So it ain't gonna be all good. You're definitely gonna increase in sorrow out here. Depression's gonna kick in, man. Demons are gonna hop on, you know, demons are gonna mess with you. You know that. You're gonna lose people, lose loved ones, lose your girlfriend. You know, your girlfriend come out here and see you out here teaching. You don't, you know, I want to deal with you no more. Family members aren't gonna want to deal with you no more. Demons hopping on them, man. They lose your job, man. Shit. You lose a lot of things, whatever. You know, depression's gonna, hey, so much sorrow, so much grief. And that's why you always gotta stay close to the waters, man. When you fall out, it means you moved away from the waters, you know? you moved away from this truth. The scriptures is the comforter. It's the only comfort you're going to get in this side, man. Until the Lord comes, that's when he's going to bring that true satisfaction. If you just ready, he's going to satisfy you. Man, you still got to live here in Babylon, man. You still got to live here in this hell. So that's why a lot of people fall out, man. They don't endure to the end. The Lord ain't going to deliver you if you don't endure to the end. Right? It's a battle, man. A spiritual battle. That's why you gotta pray for that strong mind out here. You gotta pray for that endurance spirit. Be able to endure, right? And the Lord taking out that Holy Spirit from you. So if you don't make it to the end, man, you ain't gonna make it. You ain't gonna get caught up. You know, you ain't gonna be under the shadow of the Almighty, man. You're gonna be under the protection of His feathers. The angel ain't gonna have charge over you, man. The angel's gonna let you get messed up out here. Alright? Serious thing, man. Therefore, much wisdom is much grief. That's part of that battle. You know? When you walk on that straight and narrow, that's part of that straight and narrow path that you gotta walk. That grief that you're gonna catch. Yeah, I want to get that. Where is it? Yeah. Proverbs 8 and 10 it says, receive my instruction, not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. Yeah, man. This wisdom and this knowledge and this understanding, man, that's going to be your stability. Right? It's going to say, there's silver and your gold, that money, it's not going to be able to deliver you in that day, man. Right? So you don't want to, do this work for filthy lucre's sake, man. You want to be sincere in this thing, man. It's about the money. The money ain't going to deliver you at the end of the day, man. It says, receive my instruction, not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, right? And all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. Yeah, man. Wisdom is better than rubies out here, man. Unfortunately, our people don't see it that way. You want the rubies, you're gonna get the rubies, man. You got palaces built up out of rubies and emeralds. As the scriptures say, man. All the precious gemstones, man. Your whole kingdom's gonna be built up out of that stuff, man. Now it's not the time to be desiring rubies and gold and silver. But you're supposed to heap it up unto you. That's your spiritual money. You want to heap up to your money up in the heavens, as the scripture said. By doing this work, man. Or rust and moths don't corrupt it, man. These riches here are corruptible. It's corruptible riches, man. I wisdom dwell with prudence and find out knowledge, witty inventions. Yeah, the fear of the Lord is to hate evil. That's part of His instruction. You gotta hate the evil out here, man. Pride, arrogancy, and the evil way, and the forward mouth do I hate. So the Lord does hate. The Lord hates these things. So you gotta separate yourself from that pride. That's the major thing with our people. It's that pride. You get a little bit, especially ones that are in this truth, man. They get a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of pride, pomp. The Lord's gonna bring you down, man. The Lord hates that pride, man. You wouldn't have this knowledge if it wasn't for the Lord, man. You didn't do this on your own. Counsel is mine, and sound wisdom. I am understanding, I have strength, man. That's the point, man. Yeah, fear the Lord out here, man. Fear the Lord is beginning knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Why, man? Because the wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of our times, man. Knowing the prophets, man. These men of the Lord are going to receive those secrets. So that's why you have to humble yourself down. You understand this more truth, man. You got to get these words and seek them 10 times more. Right? Isaiah 33:6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. You already know what's salvation? Being delivered from that nuclear destruction. Ultimately. And that's going to be the strength of your salvation. It's the wisdom and knowledge. Man. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. So it's going to keep you stable, man. That's still waters, man. Green pastures, that's still waters, man. Green pastures, that understanding, that knowledge, that's still waters, man. That tranquility, being calm in that day. Well, his elect, his hopeful elect, shall be calm in that day, man. Stable. Because they understand it, man. They understand what's going on. They read about what's going on. They prophesied it. Because it's written in these scriptures. What's about to happen. Right? And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure, man. This is the true money, man. The fear. Those little rubies, man. You just read about. That's your silver and your gold. The fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the understanding, the knowledge, the wisdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. The mysteries of this book. That's your true money, man. That's how you stack the money up in heaven. Coming out here teaching his word, man. Pushing the truth into the people, man. Doing your part of waking up the elect across the planet Earth. Like, that's how the Lord's gonna come back, man. Once the elect is woken up, that's when the Lord's gonna come back, man. And get us out of this shit. Don't you wanna get out of this shit? I'll give one more scripture, man. Man, I was gonna go into Sirach. I was gonna go into Sirach chapter 4, man. Okay, well, we'll next time, man. Come on, man. Proverbs 4:7. Yeah, this is Proverbs 4:7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And with all thy getting, get understanding. Man. Get that understanding, get that wisdom, if you're able to receive it. You know, the elect have obtained, that which you seek it for. The election have obtained it. But the rest of our people are blind, man. So it's a very beautiful thing, man. This understanding of this word is very beautiful. Always believe. Always believe, man. Actually, let me start, man. Shit. Go back. Proverbs 4:5, verse 5. Jump up to verse 5. Get wisdom, get understanding. Forget it not. Don't forget it, man. When that wisdom, like we just read in Ecclesiastes, that increases the wisdom, increases in grief. Once that grief hits, don't forget it. Don't throw this truth behind you, man. Neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, her, Sophia. As Sophia, the baddest chick. Everybody wants a bad chick. All you jakes, you want that bad bee. Baddest woman out here is wisdom, man. Right? Forsake her not. She shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. Yeah. Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and all thy getting, get understanding. Let me read that in the NLT. Verse 5, Proverbs 4:5. Get wisdom, develop good judgment. Don't forget my words, or turn away from them. Don't turn your back on wisdom, for she will protect you. Yeah, don't turn your back on this wisdom, and when that grief hits, it's part of the process. It's part of the balance that the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai set up. Increase in knowledge, increase in grief. All right, that's the way it is. Just deal with it, man. That's the way it's always been. All the men of the Lord have caught hell, right? They all caught hell. Now it's your time to catch the hell, man. It's true. Don't turn your back on wisdom, for she will protect you. Love her, and she will guard you. Man, and guard, man. Getting wisdom is the wisest thing you can do. And whatever else you do, develop good judgment, man. Judgment, man. Be wise out here. Wise as serpents, harmless as doves, man. Yeah, I just want to get into that. But wisdom is the principal thing, man. Yeah, it's that Hebrew word for principle, or the principle. It's Waya Shayah. Waya Shayah. It means first, beginning, best, chief, beginning, choice part, choice knowledge, man, choice, top part, beginning, the first, it's the principal thing, man. Chief, it should be the main thing in life, man. Getting this wisdom, understanding of this word, man. It's truth, man. It's wisdom that's going to guard you in that day. It's going to keep you stable in that day. Ultimately, the name of Yahweh Shai is going to deliver you in that day, man. Yeah, with that, lunchtime break, lunchtime hour, that, shalom.